General prep. So this will be about 5 minutes, just getting spine and hips and arms, triceps ready. Lots. Oh, let's just call it a full body warm up. Why don't we? Here we go. Flex extension through the spine. Let's find those end ranges. Tuck the chin. Shift that weight from left to right. I'm going to sink the hips back. Left and right to a child's pose. Reach the arms out in front. Walk your fingers forwards. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. Lots, especially when you go from one side to the other. And then let's pull forwards, get into some loaded extension. Drop down to one side, bias that one side. Drop the hips down to the other side. Bias the other side there. Back in the child's pose. Sink the hips back. And then back into a tabletop here. Open up the hands, fingers are out, thumbs forwards, drops the hips down to one side, look over the opposite shoulder from which those hips are dropping. Feel that extension through the spine. 2, 1, knees a little wider, hands a little narrower, one hand behind the head. And rotate. 5 aside. 3, 2, and 1. Switching up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your butt. Windshield wipers over and back. Drop the knees right down. Make sure those knees, legs are coming right down to the ground. Rotate your chest over as much as you need to, but as little as you have to, especially as you start to loosen up. As little as you have to means try to keep that chest forwards. It's going to create a little bit more tension in through the spine. Get a little more rotation. Loosen up. 2 and 1. Stay in 90-90 here. Reach forwards. Extend. Exhale as I extend. Inhale to come back up into a cross-legged fold. Now, I just want to make sure I'm pushing the knees down. Don't worry too much about keeping the back straight. I want to just go through this motion. Reach, exhale. Come up into that cross-leg fold. Loosen up through the hips. One more here. This creates a little bit more space when we start to get into really rowing and skiing. Good. I'm going to switch legs up here. Get that 90-90 position. Walk up the legs. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you come up. Cross leg fold. Inhale and then exhale. All right, next part to this. We're going to go onto front again, tabletop. Hands, separate the fingers as much as you can. We're going to start to get the triceps, arms ready. One of the things, especially for skiers, when you start to do this for longer distances, I've noticed, is that tension through the elbows, like doing 1,000 tricep extensions. So this helps get any of those kinks out. 2 and 1. Then we're going to go closed chain circles. So circle around. 3, 2. Switch directions. Elbows down and out. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to load these up a little bit more. So think about rocking. Toes come off the ground now. As you come forwards, I'm going to rock back and forth. Rock back and forth. And I'm loading up the triceps a little bit more here, just to get a little bit more tendon stiffness. Prepare for those, especially those initial powerful pulls on the ski erg. But I'm adding in as much body weight as I can just to feel a little bit of tension. 2, 1, like really bad tricep extensions. And good. Standing up. Okay, another thing we want to work on is our hinge capacity, but first let's create some space in through the hips. So sink down into a squat, drive the knees out. Breathe down here, come back up. We're gonna go for 3 reps On the third rep, just stay at the bottom. 2 and 3. Hang out down here. We're going to leverage, pry those knees open. Rotate. 3 aside. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink down into the squat. This is where all the magic happens, basically, for your entire day. It's the bottom of the squat here. If you haven't been, I know you've watched this before, you've done this with me, but if you haven't been doing this, get in the habit of getting these low passive squats in during the day. You don't need to do, your daily 10 minutes all at once, but split it up. Just helps keep the hips open, prevents those hip flexors and glutes from going completely dormant. These workouts allows the hips and spine to start to work well together. And standing up, we're going to go squat to hinge now. So the squat to hinge, or I should say hinge to squat. We're going to hinge, feel stretch in the back of the legs, and then squat. Hinge and back up. Okay, so 5 of these. Hinge, squat, hinge, and up. Loosen up here. 2 more. 2. Last one, hinge. Good. Final part, wall arm slide. If you can't do this on a wall, you're gonna do it on the ground. Lie down, low back flat, head, forearms against the wall or the ground. 20 reps. 3. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wakes up the back as well. A couple standing rotations. Palms together. Rotate, rotate. Draw the elbow back. Open up. Last 1 and 2. Final Jefferson curl here. Tuck the chin, round the spine. Arms down, hang. Reach those arms away from the body. Up slowly, chin still tucked. Hands on the tops of your hips. Press forwards, and we're good. Okay, that's our general prep before we get into our pattern grooving. So if you're on the ski erg, we're gonna be going into some technique. But if you're gonna row, run, bike, whatever it is, this is where you can get your heart rate up a little bit to get ready for the workout. See you back for the workout.